Hello, valued investors and stock market enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the technical analysis of stocks to help you navigate the thrilling world of trading. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and ring the notification bell to stay updated. Today, we're analyzing Alpine Foreholdings Incorporated, ELPP, an OTC-listed stock known for its volatile price swings. Using a comprehensive dataset from June 3, 2024 to June 2, 2025, we'll explore ELPP's price action, volume trends, technical indicators, and key support and resistance levels. Our goal is to deliver a thorough technical perspective and forecast the opening price for the next trading day, June 3, 2025. Let's dive into the charts and uncover what's driving ELPP. ELPP's price trajectory over the past year has been a wild ride, emblematic of the speculative nature of OTC stocks. On June 3, 2024, the stock opened at 50 cents, maintaining relative stability through mid-June with prices fluctuating between 47 cents and 60 cents. A dramatic turning point came on July 23, 2024. When ELPP surged to a high of $0.9267, closing at $0.5999 on an extraordinary volume of 7,009,990 shares. This 53.82% single-day gain signaled a speculative frenzy, likely fueled by retail trader enthusiasm or an external catalyst. However, the rally was short-lived, and ELPP entered a precipitous decline, plummeting to a low of $0.0001 by May 19, 2025, a staggering 99.98% drop from its July peak. By June 2, 2025, the stock closed at $0.0005, showing a slight rebound from its lows but remaining firmly in penny stock territory. This extreme volatility underscores ELPP's high-risk profile, attracting traders seeking quick gains, but punishing those unprepared for sharp corrections. Volume analysis sheds light on the forces behind ELPP's price movements. In June 2024, daily trading volumes were modest, ranging from 13,529 to 94,312 shares, reflecting limited market participation. The July 23 spike saw volume soar to over 7 million shares, a clear indicator of heightened interest. Following this peak, volumes remained elevated for a period, with 363,417 shares traded on July 24 and 193,651 on July 30, as the stock began its descent. By 2025, trading activity became highly erratic, with occasional spikes like 115,520 shares on May 19 and 115,712 on May 20, contrasted by near-dormant days, such as 269 shares on May 6. On June 2, 2025, volume was a mere 1,190 shares, signaling low liquidity and minimal trader engagement. The volume-weighted average price, VWAP, fell to $0.00009 by June 2, reflecting the dominance of low-price trades during the decline. This subdued volume suggests ELPP is in a consolidation phase, with retail traders driving the market and institutional involvement likely absent. Moving averages provide a window into ELPP's trend dynamics. In early June 2024, the 5-day simple moving average, SMA, and exponential moving average, EMA, hovered around $0.5058, aligning with the stock's stable price range. The July 23 rally pushed the 5-day SMA to $0.5093, but the subsequent crash saw it collapse to $0.00036 by May 19, 2025. On June 2, the 5-day SMA was $0.00026, slightly below the closing price of $0.0005, hinting at short-term stabilization. Longer-term averages paint a bearish picture. The 200-day SMA stood at $0.0510 on June 2, far above the current price, confirming a deeply entrenched downtrend. The 20-day EMA at $0.00038 and 50-day EMA at $0.0035 also exceed the current price, reinforcing downward pressure. The convergence of short-term moving averages indicates reduced volatility, but ALPP's position below all major averages suggests that a trend reversal would require significant buying momentum. Technical indicators offer deeper insights into ALPP's momentum and sentiment. The 14-day Relative Strength Index, RSI, on June 2, 2025, was 50.80, placing it in neutral territory. This marks an improvement from oversold levels below 30 in mid-May, when RSI reached 42.48 on May 19. However, the RSI's failure to exceed 70 during the July 2024 rally indicates weak bullish conviction, even at peak prices. Williams' percent R at minus 85.19 on June 2 suggests the stock is nearing oversold conditions, potentially foreshadowing a short-term bounce. The Money Flow Index, MFI, at 78.03 reflects moderate buying pressure, insufficient for a robust reversal. The stochastic oscillator's 5-day percent K was 41.67, with a percent D of 18.31, showing a slight uptick in momentum, but no bullish crossover. The 10-day momentum indicator, at 0.0001, is marginally positive, consistent with the recent price increase from $0.0001 to $0.0005. Trend indicators reinforce the bearish outlook. The 14-day Average Directional Index, ADX, on June 2 was 31.22, indicating a moderately strong trend, though lower than the 62.46 recorded during the July 2024 spike. The Arun oscillator, at minus 42.86, with Arun down at 100 and Arun up at 76, suggests the downtrend persists but may be weakening. The Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD, stood at minus 0.00013, with a signal line of minus 0.00015 and a histogram of 0.00018, indicating a slight convergence that could precede a bullish crossover if buying intensifies. The parabolic SAR, at $0.0026, remains well above the current price, acting as a resistance level and supporting the bearish trend. These indicators collectively suggest that while ALPP may be stabilizing, the broader downtrend remains dominant absent a clear catalyst. Volatility indicators highlight ELPP's erratic behavior. The 14-day Average True Range, ATR, on June 2 was 0.0005, a sharp decline from 0.0859 during the July 2024 spike, signaling reduced daily price swings. Bollinger Bands show the middle band, 20-day SMA, at $0.00042, with the upper band at $0.0020 and the lower band at $0.0012, reflecting the stock's low price and tight trading range. The narrowing bands suggest a potential breakout, though the direction is uncertain. On balance volume, OBV, was minus 1,010,735 on June 2, a significant drop from its peak of 6,790,366 on July 23, confirming persistent selling pressure. The Chaikin oscillator, at minus 22,961, underscores the lack of accumulation, with selling outweighing buying. Linear regression over the last 14 days shows a negative slope, consistent with the ongoing downtrend. The correlation coefficient is weakly negative, indicating that price movements are not highly predictable due to low liquidity and irregular volume. ELPP's beta of 0.0030 reflects minimal correlation with the broader market, typical of OTC stocks driven by company-specific or speculative factors. The Sham Momentum Oscillator, CMO, at 1.60 aligns with a neutral RSI, suggesting no strong directional bias. Let's forecast the opening price for June 3, 2025. ELPP closed at $0.0005 on June 2, with a volume of 1,190 shares and an ATR of 0.0005. The neutral RSI, slightly positive MACD histogram, and Williams percent are nearing oversold levels suggest a potential for a modest bounce or continued consolidation. The VWAP at $0.00009 and tight Bollinger Bands indicate limited downside absent new selling pressure. Given the low liquidity, Price movements are likely driven by small retail trades, complicating precise predictions. We project an opening price between $0.0004 and $0.0006, with a midpoint of $0.0005, reflecting the current range. A move above $0.0008 would require a volume surge above 100,000 shares, while a drop below $0.0003 seems unlikely without a bearish trigger. Support and resistance levels are key for traders. Immediate support is at $0.0001, the May 19th low, serving as a psychological and historical floor. Below this, ELPP risks delisting or further obscurity. Resistance lies at $0.0008, tested multiple times in May 2025, followed by $0.0025, aligning with the parabolic SAR and a high for May 12th. A break above $0.0025 could signal a reversal, but the 200-day SMA at $0.0510 remains a distant goal. The ATR suggests daily ranges of $0.0000 to $0.0010, though low volume may limit movements. We outline 3 scenarios for ELPP's near term. The base case is continued consolidation between $0.0003 and $0.0008, driven by low volume and neutral indicators. A bullish scenario would require a volume spike above 200,000 shares, potentially pushing the price towards $0.0025, possibly triggered by positive news or retail momentum. The bearish scenario envisions a drop below $0.0001 on renewed selling, though the already depressed price limits further downside. ELPP's history of volume-driven spikes, like the July 23rd rally, indicates potential for sudden moves, but current conditions favor stability. ALPP's 99.98% decline reflects the perils of OTC trading, where liquidity traps and speculative bubbles are common. Its low beta and lack of market correlation make it a speculative play, appealing to high-risk traders but daunting for others. Volume spikes above 200,000 shares have historically preceded rallies, so watch this metric for signals. The current low price and volume suggest ALPP is in a holding pattern, potentially attractive for those betting on a rebound but fraught with risk. In conclusion, ELPP's technical profile reveals a stock reeling from a severe downtrend, but showing signs of consolidation. The price action, indicators, and volume point to an opening price of approximately $0.0005 on June 3, 2025. Traders should exercise caution due to ALPP's low liquidity and volatile history. Monitor volume and levels like $0.0008 and $0.0001 for trading opportunities. Thank you for watching this in-depth ALPP analysis. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us which stock to cover next. Stay sharp, trade smart, and we'll see you in the next video.